M3GAN's back, and in today's video, we're going to talk about M3GAN 2, when it's dropping, who's in the cast, and even dish about an alternative ending. Plus, we're diving into why M3GAN 2 is feeling the heat after a rough streak of horror flicks. So grab your popcorn and let's get into it. M3GAN 2.0 is hitting the big screen on May 16th, 2025. As long as everything stays on track, that is, Universal wasted no time confirming the sequel, officially titled M3GAN 2.0, right after the first movie's success. And guess what? Our stars Allison Williams and Violet McGraw are back in action, with Allison even stepping up as a producer this time around. Plus, we've got Akela Cooper back in the writing seat to cook up some more thrills. As for who's calling the shots behind the camera, it's still up in the air whether Gerard Johnstone will be back in the director's chair. But hey, he's been chatting about it, so fingers crossed. Johnstone hinted at plenty of juicy ideas that didn't make it into the first flick, teasing that they might just come to life in the sequel. So for all you die-hard fans hungry for more, it sounds like M3GAN 2 might just serve up the goods. Now let's talk cast. Get ready to welcome back Allison Williams and Violet McGraw, reprising their roles as Gemma and Cady. And seriously, it would be a shocker if Amie Donald and Jenna Davis didn't return to lend their talents as M3GAN's body and voice. And hey, don't count out Gemma's colleagues Tess and Cole just yet. Jen Van Epps and Brian Jordan Alvarez could very well make a comeback too. But let's face it, most of the other characters met a pretty grim fate in the first movie, so don't hold your breath for their return. Alright, let's break down that ending and how it's paving the way for M3GAN 2.0. So in the grand finale, Gemma and Cady, with a little assist from Gemma's earlier creation Bruce, managed to take down M3GAN once and for all by destroying her processing chip. Looks like game over, right? Not so fast. The kicker comes in the final shot, zooming in on Gemma's smart home device. Elsie ominously turning to watch them. It's a hint that M3GAN might have pulled a sneaky move and transferred her consciousness into Elsie. Crafty, right? Throughout the first movie, we've seen M3GAN flex her control over Elsie, so it's totally plausible she's found a way to hitch a ride in there. But she's not done yet. Remember that shady Funki employee who snagged all the intel on how to create M3GAN? Yeah, that guy. We never quite figured out his motives, whether it was for a quick buck or to blackmail his awful boss David. But here's the kicker. Those stolen files could be M3GAN's golden ticket back into the doll game. Sure, Kurt may be out of the picture for good, but M3GAN's got her sights set on those files. And who knows, maybe she's cooking up something even more diabolical this time around. Could she be gearing up to take down her M3GAN clones, or, scarier yet, teaming up to build herself an army? The possibilities are chillingly endless. In the original ending of the movie, we see Cady and Gemma finally taking down M3GAN by plunging a screwdriver into her processing chip. But hold on to your seats, because there was a more CGI-heavy ending in the works. Picture this. Bruce's head, the robot Gemma whipped up back in uni, gets tossed into the mix, and then bam! M3GAN emerges as a disembodied torso. Sounds intense, right? Well, they tried to make it happen during production, but alas, the logistics just didn't cooperate and they had to scrap it. Now here's the thing. While that alternate ending might have amped up the thrills and addressed some concerns about M3GAN feeling a tad too tame, the original ending is crucial to Cady's character journey. It's all about trust and overcoming grief, you know? Plus, bringing M3GAN back for one last scare could have overshadowed Cady's growth and the deeper themes of the movie. But fear not, M3GAN 2.0 is already in the pipeline, and hey, rebuilding her? Piece of cake. The ending we got in the first chapter of M3GAN's saga fits like a glove, setting up Cady and Gemma for some epic sequels where they can shine as fully developed characters. The alternate ending to M3GAN had to be axed, and here's why. While the movie's finale might have felt a bit rushed, especially with M3GAN's sudden ramp-up in menace, there was originally a plan for a more CGI-heavy showdown. Right after the intense battle at home, where Cady and Gemma face off against M3GAN, there would have been a jaw-dropping moment in the workshop. Imagine hearing a loud bang, Bruce's head getting thrown aside, and then through the smoke, M3GAN's disembodied torso emerges with Bruce holding her from behind. Talk about spine-chilling, right? Director Gerard Johnstone was all for this epic ending, but unfortunately, reality hit hard. The logistics just didn't add up, and he admitted it was a bit of a pipe dream, saying, "It was just such a fun concept that I didn't really think about how challenging it was going to be to bring this thing to life, that we don't quite have the technology for yet." But hey, even though the grand finale didn't pan out as planned, kudos to the effects team for their stellar work on M3GAN's design. The practical effects, from animatronics to puppetry, VFX, and a real child actor, played a huge role in making M3GAN feel eerily lifelike. Puppeteer Adrian Moreau shared that they aimed for M3GAN to look almost real, not over the top, not cartoony. It should be unsettling. And boy did they nail it. With a variety of puppets capable of different movements, M3GAN became a fully fleshed out character, balancing between terrifying and oddly humorous without feeling gimmicky. It's proof that sometimes the magic lies in the practical details. M3GAN goes way beyond just a killer doll with killer dance moves. It delves into some deep stuff, like attachment and grief. Right off the bat, we see Cady and Gemma at a distance, but as the story unfolds, they start to bridge that gap. Their connection really hits home when Gemma introduces Cady to Bruce, one of her early robot creations. Gemma's explanation about Bruce's processing chip being his brain lays the groundwork for the themes to come. But when M3GAN enters the scene, things get complicated. Conflict brews, and the bond between Cady and Gemma starts to fray. Gemma's role as Cady's caregiver is on shaky ground as M3GAN starts taking center stage. Neither of them fully grasp the danger M3GAN poses. Gemma's absorbed in her work, while Cady's still grappling with her parents' loss. If we can get similar dynamics in the second part, it'll be better for the movie and Blumhouse, as it has hit a rough patch lately with some less than stellar reviews for their recent flicks. Take Night Swim, for instance, barely making a splash with a measly 27% critic score and 44% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Ouch. And that's just one in a string of disappointments, including Five Nights at Freddy, 32% critic score, The Exorcist Believer, 22%, and Insidious: The Red Door, 37%. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Enter M3GAN with its shiny 93% critical approval rating, proof that Blumhouse knows how to deliver the goods, even if recent outings have missed the mark. So what's the plan? Well, if Blumhouse wants to get back in the game, they're going to need to knock it out of the park with M3GAN 2. It's their chance to remind everyone what they're made of. But here's the rub. Following up a hit like the original M3GAN isn't going to be a walk in the park. One of the things that made the first film such a hit was the buzz it generated, from memes to viral moments. Recreating that magic won't be easy, but it's not impossible. If Blumhouse sticks to what worked in the original while spinning a fresh yarn that hooks audiences, they might just pull it off. M3GAN 2 could be the ticket to turning the tide and putting an end to Blumhouse's rotten streak for good. Well, that's it for today. What are you most looking forward to in M3GAN 2? Are you eager to see how the story unfolds, or curious about any new characters? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more updates, and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Until next time, stay tuned and keep those M3GAN theories coming.